Hey, what's happening? I just wanted to talk about how to not hook yourself. I know a lot of anglers out there, especially a lot of anglers that are, newer into fishing or don't fish as often as, say, pro anglers or people that have been fishing all their lives and fish 4 or 5 times a month. You're going to be a little more comfortable around hooks and treble hooks. I've got a couple tips that can help you not get hooked, as in past the barbs of one of these big treble hooks. You can see right there on this that's Spro Little John DD. That's a number 2 round bend Gamakatsu treble, extremely sharp. But no matter how sharp your hook is, you can still hook yourself past the barb. That's what you do not want to do. So first things first, we're going to talk about getting lures out of the box. To me, the biggest thing is taking your time, not getting in a big rush. So I'm going to take these baits out, and I'll just grab the whole wad of them, and I can feel treble hooks all in my hands. They're hanging off of me. I mean, the lures are hanging off of me. This is not going to get me hooked. This right here, the weight of all these lures is not going to get me hooked. There's nothing right there that's going to hook me past the barb. Like I said, Gamakatsu treble hooks, nothing really sharper. And then you can just don't get in a hurry, and you can easily pull them off, pull them apart, and then you can get the one that you want. Maybe you want citrus shad, or maybe you want homemade shad. But like I said, you get it on your person. Just don't get in a hurry. Just take your time. You can even grab the lure if it's in a situation where you're worried about something, worried about getting hooked. Let's say that you're grabbing for your rod. The second is what I've taught my kids growing up as we've gone fishing. Taught my kids, if you feel that treble hook, like if you grab, let's say you grab for the lure and you feel that treble hook, freeze. That's the biggest key. Freeze. Don't pull back. The second you pull back, that's when you set the hook into yourself. And the same thing goes no matter if you might hook that bait into some carpet, and then you feel it, and then you're trying to rip it out, and then all of a sudden, or if you're hooked, or if you hook yourself, and then you're worried about trying to rip it out, and then you end up ripping the hook right into your hand or your skin or your arm or your leg or stomach or wherever. But that is one of the best ways. Sometimes it's inadvertent, hooking yourself, and I've hooked myself past the barb twice in my life, and I've been fishing since I was a teenager. There's been a number of times where I've hooked it right at the barb and then just been able to take pliers and pull it out. But twice, both times that I hooked myself past the barb were not when I was fighting fish. It was not when I was grabbing for fish. In Bassmaster competition, we don't have the use of nets. We can't net the fish. We have to grab. This thing is in their face. One of these baits, jerk baits, topwater baits, it's in their face. Those bigger ones, I've got to reach down and grab into their mouth with my hand right around these hooks and pull them in the boat. Now, I've never, to this day, hooked myself past the barb doing that, because I kind of hold fast with that theory of it. When I feel the treble hooks, I just hold. I hold it in there. And to me, that's the whole key, is to hold it like that. But the 2 times, one time when I was trying to pull a lure off of a tree that I had gotten hung, it was actually a Little John crankbait that had gotten hung in a tree, and it was probably 30 feet away from the boat, and the limb was given like this, and I was pulling, and I was pulling, and I was pulling, and then all of a sudden it just snapped free, and that thing was like a Randy Johnson curveball, buddy. That thing came, and I thought it was going dead past me, and it curved and went whoosh. It curved and hit me right on the inside of the thigh. Luckily, it was not next to my people down there, but it got me right in the thigh. I had a guy that was with me. It was Mark Hicks, one of the writers for Bassmaster, was with me at that time, and he did the old braid trick, popped it out, situation inverted, didn't hurt, not a big deal at all. And then the other time was more recently, and I had one of these big boys on, one of these Spro Little John DD70s. I had it on, and I was hung on the bottom, then it came off of the bottom, and it came up to the surface, and I was reeling my bait and not watching, and it got about 20 feet from the boat. I thought the lure was way deeper, so I just reeled down and did like this, like I was gonna, pull on the bait, just trying to get it up quicker. I went to pull, and when I did, the bait was about 6 inches under the surface, and I just pulled it straight out of the water, and it had that resistance of the lip, and then the bait just flung free. It flung free, and I didn't even know it was coming out at me. And then by the time I looked down and saw it, it hit me in the leg, hit me in the lower leg down there. One of those, again, didn't really hurt, just kind of made me mad because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on, wasn't doing what I was doing. So I actually, that one, I didn't do the braid trick. I just actually ripped it out with pliers. Not that big of a deal. I was more mad at myself for being an idiot. But not luckily that was not nothing sensitive that hurt. And that's another reason, always wear sunglasses while you're fishing, just in case those hooks come anywhere near you. But again, to reiterate, don't pull away when you feel those treble hooks. Like you get this and you feel these treble hooks, don't go to pull away. Just hold them. Take your time. Get them off your skin, and you'll have no problems that way. And then also, if you feel those treble hooks, don't pull away and end up hooking yourself. You'll be surprised how many times you can save yourself from getting hooked. So hopefully those will help you. If you have any other tips on how not to hook yourself with a hook while fishing, please drop it down in there. We can all learn, and hopefully everybody cannot get hooked when they go fishing. Sometimes it's inevitable, but